Welcome back to Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. It's a game that's had some early intrigue as we pick it up in the second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Eluding the pressure right. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Armadillos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they...
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Catch made here by Campbell, and he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Throw right side, caught by Winslow. Darnold trying to hustle everybody along with the clock moving.
It's 2nd and inches at the 42-yard line.
2nd down and inches. Complete. It's Johnson. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Darnold on 1st down.
Gets the dump off to Pierce.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Darnold to throw again.
That's caught. It's Josh Downs.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Darnold. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
This one caught by Winslow.
And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
Ball start, offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Connecting over the middle with Downs. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Myers' kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So we've reached intermission.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And they rattle off a big one. 53 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here's Pacheco.
And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That 2nd down play nets a -4. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
Throwing is Hurts.
Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. But their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. Takes it to about the 37.
I think a major focus of the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Darnold now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Throws right side, and that's complete. Touchdown! A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Armadillos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown! Deontay Johnson, 68 yards.
And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score.
A toss running left. Pierce. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Early down steps to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Jalen Phillips picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And they'll go right back to Bruce. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And he fields it cleanly. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball,
that's caught inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 54 yards. 3 quarters in the books. Back now in Miami, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Hurts sets up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
A first down throw, Darnold. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Will Anderson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold.
That's going to be taken in by Downs.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They will find Winslow. That's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
Good for a Dolphins first down.
Throwing again is Darnold.
He'll let one go deep for downs.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
To throw is Darnold. Gets this one to Hill. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold.
Tyreek Hill's got another one.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. For the Buenos Aires offense back out now.
Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are...
And he lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they're going to set up shop at the 20. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Buenos Aires offense back out now. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Hurts.
A short throw to Ingram. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Campbell. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here's Pacheco headed right.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done. But, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So Sam Darnold in the offense. Down by 10. 26 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down.
Connecting with Johnson. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. Now that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
What a finish in this one. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the South American country of Argentina and its capital city, Buenos Aires. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap
between the Houston Oilers
taking on the Armadillos of Buenos Aires.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Great, check.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
They're going to look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A give right side for Pacheco. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. These two teams met up earlier in the year back in Week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Second and 9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And here, you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here's 2nd and 10. A handoff now for Pacheco.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding into 3, psychologically, maybe a win for the defense.
All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete.
There he goes, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith.
When you look at this defense,
Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Throwing is Hurts.
That is caught. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Pacheco gets it, tries the left side.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports.
3-3.
Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it looking at a 4th down and 2. Back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Play action. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Jackson. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
H.A. on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And to find the open man, that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Running right, here's H.A.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes him from the 10 down to the 6.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
One more time with H.A.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Devon H.A. with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys have taken the lead.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3.
Armadillos 3. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
63.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 15 and a 1st.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Two running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. They'll set up a throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st down 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
13. Report.
H.A. now up the middle.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They go play action with Jackson. He's got Smith here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down. They go play action now. Jackson flushed out right. And I think the ball's out.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence. Two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away. Tuck it away because you've got to take care of the ball.
H.A. gets it from the gun.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
They need 12 here. It's third down.
Now Jackson.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Running left, it's H.A.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Here's Jackson to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A give up the middle to H.A.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Oilers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Micah Parsons
in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Hurts.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now Brown.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
13.
Play action. It's Jackson. It's caught. Smith. And he goes out right around the 39. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Oilers.
On the handoff, it's A-Chain. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
10 more there and another 1st down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd down, a run by A-Chain.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays high.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson rolling to his right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Jackson on the keeper.
So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. A-Chain is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field?
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Now he's loose at the 40.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Jackson now. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
It's Week 12 of the National Football League. And up next is the Armadillos, Offensive Player of the Year. Big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Pushes him over and shutting him off. Now open field.
And how about the work on the ground to start the drive? 2 big-time runs. This one 19 yards and another first.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Ritter to throw it. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Yellow, warning, check white, blue, check.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams.
And he's got it down to the 28.
The numbers for Williams a week ago, 18 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
Ritter now on second down. This one swung out to Williams.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Patriots will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
You're trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And a huge play that time. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Throwing is Hurts.
Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Evan Ingram from 3 yards
sound. And the Armadillos are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this group, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Ritter now.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 18. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 68 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So the Patriots coming out now.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. They give it to Williams, running right. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Now that run good for 7 yards, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football.
2nd down and 3.
As they've got it as we resume action.
On 2nd down, Ritter. Hitting Juju on the slant.
It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Up the middle, it's Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. This from 44 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Buenos Aires is about set for another try on offense. This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
2nd down throw coming for Ritter.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
On 1st down, Ritter.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
Opposite, green, yellow, one, check white, blue, check.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Ritter to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Ritter. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of... Up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter over the middle. Hauled in by Smith-Schuster. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Another throw coming up here for Ritter. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Ritter back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Ritter. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Ritter on 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw, Ritter. And he's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. From 6 yards away. And the Patriots go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
One more go for this offense in the first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, that a very strong gain of 24.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. They go play action with Hurts. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Hurts throw here, taken in by Ingram.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Steelers who are out in front. Kenny Pickett has thrown a touchdown pass. Next, we'll head east. It's on to Cincinnati as we check in on the Bengals at
halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the